I want you to picture a cat chasing a red dot around this room, knocking things over, making a disaster. Now, instead of a cat, picture a person, maybe me. That's what it's like trying to get through a day and get everything done without proper time management. Today, we're going to go through 3 steps, simple steps, to properly managing your time and get you on a path to productivity. The first step is to set and specify your goals. In the words of Jordan Peterson, a clinical psychologist and a professor at the University of Toronto in Canada, specify your goals. You can't hit something if you don't know what it is. The first step to specifying your goals is to set long-term goals. Long-term goals define the direction, focus, and purpose of your life. These are the things that are the most important to you that you want to see happen over time. Once you have those specified, you can break those down into short-term goals. Short-term goals are like long-term goals in the sense that they give you focus, direction, and purpose, but instead of in your life in all, it's just in your everyday life. So these get you set up to start managing your time. Once you have your short-term goals set up and organized, clarified, and defined, you can move on to step 2, prioritizing. My personal method of prioritizing is what I refer to as the mandatory vital method. Mandatory goals are ones that you must get done, absolutely no questions asked. The vitality of your goals is the measurement of how important those are to you personally. So you'll have 4 categories on a table: your mandatory vital category, your mandatory non-vital category, your non-mandatory vital category, and your non-mandatory non-vital category. What you will have to do is sort through your short-term goals and put them in the category it best fits in. That's going to look different for every person, and that's okay. You are managing your time, not someone else's. So once you have filled out this table with all of your short-term goals, you can move on to step 3, scheduling. Scheduling also looks different depending on your short-term goals, which is totally fine. To again borrow the words of Dr. Peterson, no one can be mentally healthy without a routine. So it is extremely important to actually schedule your time instead of chasing your tasks around like a red dot. So in order to avoid this red dot catastrophe, you'll first plug in your mandatory vital list of your short-term goals. Things like sleep, work, class, things that you cannot skip. After you've plugged those into your schedule, you can move on to your mandatory non-vital goals. Once you've plugged those in, you can move on to your non-mandatory vital goals. And last, your non-mandatory non-vital goals. This gives you a very well-organized schedule. You know when everything is happening throughout your week. You're ready to move on to the next task because it's already set up for you, and you don't have to worry about forgetting everything or anything at all because you already have it all placed for you. 2 tips to creating your schedule: always schedule more time rather than less time, since things can come up or tasks can take longer to complete than you anticipated. Also, always save time to just be you and to do things that you enjoy, as this will keep you rested and give you motivation to get through your work week. So, no more red dot chasing for you guys. Hopefully today, as we've gone through these 3 steps to time management of specifying goals, prioritizing the goals you specify, and then plugging those into a schedule, you are ready to put yourself on a path to healthy time management as well as productivity. Thank you for listening.